Hello, my name is Isobel Hall and I'm a British mixed media textile artist who likes to work with fabrics from scratch and in particular working with silk fibres. And today I'm going to show you how to make exciting silk paper using cocoon strippings. Cocoon strippings come from a silk pod and they have a natural gum inside them, and this natural gum can be activated using water and the heat from a household iron, and it makes the fibres stick together. The thing to do is to work with the fibres and pull them out and tease them and make them so that they are thin, open and lacy. What you mustn't do is use a large clunk like this and hope that you get away with it doing it quickly, because what will happen is that you'll get a hard skin on the surface and another on the underneath, but you'll have that fluffiness that remains inside, and that is no good to use for something which you want to be robust and durable. The most important point is to work on top of non-stick baking parchment, and the reason that you can't use greaseproof paper is that the cocoon strippings will stick to it and it will be impossible to remove it. So you must use a baking paper which has non-stick silicone treatment. Take a spray bottle and put ordinary tap water into it, and then lightly spray the cocoon strippings with the tap water. Cover with another sheet of baking parchment and have a household iron set on the hottest setting. And then remove the top layer, and you will find that the cocoon strippings have stuck to one of the pieces of baking parchment. Peel it off and you'll find that the fibres have fused together, but you still have holes in various places. And now we need to fill up the holes, and we take little wispy pieces of the cocoon strippings and place them where the holes are. If you're going to make a bag or a book, something that's going to be having a lot of use and needs to be robust, you need to make it to your required size. I started off with a small piece. If you start off small and then want to add to it, it's quite easy, because you just put little wispy pieces around the edges, remembering to fill in the holes with little wispy pieces. It's the combination of the water and the high heat from the iron which makes the fibres fuse together. So we need to add a little more water using the spray for each layer. Cover it again with the baking parchment and iron to fuse. sticking out at the end, you will find that the cocoon strippings will catch on the edge of the iron, and you can end up with a very dirty, messy iron, which is rather difficult to clean. But so long as you remember the baking parchment, you won't have any problems. That was the third layer, and I usually hold the piece up to the light and look to see if there are any holes. You can see where I've joined it around the edges, there's no joining mark, apart from here where there's a slight crease, where I've creased it over as I've been working. Don't worry about that, because you can easily eradicate it with a few more strippings, filling in those little gaps. And this is my fourth layer. Some people ask me if it's all right to make each layer separately and then try and sandwich them together. And my answer to that is, it works far better if you build up one layer on top of another and do it this way, than if you try and sandwich 3 or 4 thin layers together. This is a cheap, quick and easy way in which to make a silk paper. You can use any mixed media on top of it, make it really strong and robust. You can make it colourful, and you can seal it, make it waterproof, and you can make it into bags, book covers, jewellery, all sorts of exciting things. And you've started from scratch with your own fibres and made something which can be a treasure. Here is a medieval book made with cocoon stripping paper, and the basic decoration on top of it is made by using encaustic wax. The spine is made using a silk rod which has been ironed to make it into what we call a silk flat, and it has little brads which have been inserted to add to the decoration. The actual pages of the book are also made from cocoon strippings, and these have been coloured just using instant coffee that has been painted onto the pages. If you'd like to go on and learn how to make this medieval inspired book, you will find the instructions for working with it in this book called Textile Adventures by Isobel Hall on page 75. And on page 75 all the instructions are there for making the covers of the book and the pages of the book, and to tell you how you can work on top of the pages.